Welcome back, boxing fans. Can you believe some of these YouTubers, right? Literally shitting on Inui and not Otani, but Junto Nakatani. Why? Well, because they're not Black Americans. They're Asian. So because they're Asian, they obviously can't be as good, or they don't deserve as much credit as Black American fighters. And the irony is, this guy literally criticized those two guys for their resumes and the fact that they don't have big names on the resumes. But yet, yesterday, he literally came out with a video defending Claressa Shields, right? The hypocrisy from some of these YouTube channels is just downright ridiculous. You're gonna praise Claressa Shields for chasing meaningless titles that were vacant, meaning nobody even owned those titles. They were just sitting there and nobody wanted them because nobody wanted to have to pay the sanctioning fees for them. So they're just sitting there without champions, nobody trying to fight for them. So she fights a girl who's 5-0, is 42 years old, to become the undisputed heavyweight, even though she weighed less than 175 pounds for the weight, and her opponent did as well. So it's really a light heavyweight fight. But this is how thirsty people like this are to praise Black American fighters for literally doing less than everybody else. Taylor and Serrano just fought in a legitimate, undisputed unification fight in front of a huge crowd on a huge network that did millions and millions of views. But that doesn't deserve credit because, neither of them are Black American, right? One is Puerto Rican and one is white Irish. So obviously they can't be that good. How can they be considered the best female boxers ever? Even though these two great fighters, both pound for pound, actually are fighting each other in tooth and nail type of matchups. Whereas Claressa Shields is literally fighting fucking nobodies, right? People that have second jobs, and literally you can't even really call them professional, and definitely not world champions. But then we're going to go out and we're going to criticize Inui and Junto. All to do what? Dick ride Devin Haney, right? The irony is people like this consistently contradict themselves from one video to another. Like literally you'll defend Tank Davis, a guy who's never unified titles, only won titles at 2 weight divisions, but then you'll shit on Junto Nakatani because, well, he's never unified either. And he's won 3 titles in 3 weight divisions, but so did Adrian Broner. And nobody thought Adrian Broner was great. Everybody knew Adrian Broner was cherry-picking opponents in weight divisions. That's what he was doing. He was never trying to fight great opponents. When he did fight a good opponent, a decent opponent, he got beat. And then his career was literally fucking over after his first loss. Junto Nakatani is chasing Inui, an undisputed pound-for-pound top 3 fighter in boxing. Something Adrian Broner never did. Something Devin Haney hasn't done. Something Tank Davis sure as fuck has never tried. But these guys deserve to be criticized. Yet Junto is like 26 years old, right? He's young and obviously has a lot of career left ahead of him. But instead of praising fighters for chasing great opponents, for doing great things in boxing, what are we going to do? We're going to consistently draw a color line. And if you're Black, we're going to praise you regardless of what inconsequential things you may be doing in the sport. We're going to defend you even if you're doing things we've criticized other people for doing. But if you're a non-Black American fighter, we're literally going to chip away, criticize everything, and say that, oh, we're doing this to point out the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy that literally you fucking started and you've created, right? Like, with dudes like this, they don't understand fucking timelines. They don't understand anything that makes sense like this. People that moaned and groaned for years about how people were consistently looking for somebody for Floyd Mayweather to get beat by are now doing the same thing with Canelo Alvarez. consistently exposing themselves as fucking hypocrites. If you did not like what Floyd was going through, then how the fuck are you putting Canelo Alvarez through the same thing and acting as if you're doing something justified? Well, then people who criticized Floyd and wanted him to go up to 160 to fight Golovkin must have been justified as well. You can't have your fucking cake and eat it too, right? The problem is channels like this, all they do is use race for clickbait, right? You look at this guy's channel and you look at other people's channel, and literally that's what the whole channels are based on, clickbait, right? Literally, look at this video, just to prove even more of a point. Imagine,
if you want to receive someone else.
Imagine a non-boxing fan, a non-black boxing fan, literally putting out videos like this. Oh. Imagine. Here you go.
The reason why black people are so strong.
Right? Literally putting out a video praising black people as being superior to all other races. Right? It's cool that you want to support black people and you know you're proud to be black. But imagine if an Asian, a white, or anybody else, a Latino, came out with a video similar to this, talking about how they're more intelligent, how they are physically stronger, how they have better endurance, how they have more money, you know, whatever it may be, whatever narrative you came to push. Imagine how that would be universally criticized and attacked as racist. But yet, with black Americans, there's a whole different fucking line of expectation for success. You need to do less to get more attention. Everybody else needs to do more to get less attention. It's ridiculous. Because the reality is boxing is doing great right now. There's no need to be consistently pushing these racial fucking narratives. You got great black American fighters, great Asian fighters, great fucking Eastern European fighters. You know, you got great Mexican Latino fighters. Boxing is doing great. Probably as good as it's done in well over 10, maybe 15 years. So as a boxing fan, all you really need to do is be praising fighters for doing great things in the sport and be excited about matchups that are being made. But no. We can't expect people like this to do that because it's always a fucking race card. It's always a woe is me. It's always fucking 400 years of history, which literally have nothing to do with boxing today, consistently being pushed in everybody's face. And then they wonder why there's fucking a slapback. You know, this is exactly what happened with the Democrats and how they got fucking trumped by Trump in this election. Because people are literally sick of this woke fucking bullshit being shoved down everybody's face fucking day in and day out. Like literally, I look at my Canadian friends and how fucking woke they are and how upset they are about what Trump is doing. And I sit there scratching my head thinking, don't you have bigger fucking problems? Don't you have a total douchebag in power in fucking Trudeau, who people have literally been trying to get out of power for well over 5 years now? But you're so concerned about what Trump is fucking doing, right? People are fucking demented. But let me know what you think in the comment section below.